There is a musical band, that has a very strange name. They're a Canadian band. And the name of the band is Boards of Canada. If you're in the United States, you're never going to understand the Boards of Canada. You're never going to understand it. So I'm going to have to explain it to you. If you're a Canadian, I don't know. Maybe young people don't understand about Boards of Canada. It used to be a really big thing. And today, are the boards still there? I think they are. They're just not getting too much publicity, so I got to talk about them. The Boards of Canada are governmental authorities that regulate odd things. So we're going to start off with examples. So we have Marketing Boards of Canada. These are set up by governmental regulation and probably legislation. And we have these agricultural marketing boards. What's their job? Their job is to not to market. Like if it's a milk marketing board, the job of the milk marketing board has nothing to do with marketing. They're not advertising. They're not selling you milk. They're regulating what farmers can do with the milk that they produce. If you're a milk farmer in Canada, you have to buy a quota from the government to make 5 gallons of milk. How much does it cost you to buy this quota? Well, there's no more quota being issued by the government, so you got to buy it from existing milk farmers. How much are they going to charge you? As much as they can. Ridiculous amounts of money so that you can have a license to make 5 gallons of milk from your cow. This is government protection, supposed to be, for the small milk farmer. But if it's a big corporation that's making milk, using factory farms or whatever, they also get to be part of the Milk Marketing Board. And the Milk Marketing Board was to protect the family farmer. If you have a family farm and it's dairy cattle, they don't want you to go out of business. So they're going to put, basically they're going to put a floor on the price of milk. In other words, you got to pay this much for milk in Canada. And even if there's more milk than people that want to buy it, they can't reduce the price of the milk to clear it out. Economics 101 says you use price in order to manage supply and demand. But not in Canada. In Canada, you've got interference with the milk market. And who does it benefit? It was supposed to benefit the farmers so that they didn't get put out of business because they would not be able to cover the costs of making milk. But in actuality, the milk companies are enormous corporations, and they artificially now, due to the government Milk Marketing Board, get more profit for milk, basically guaranteed profit. And the Canadian consumers, they have to pay high prices for milk to support the family farm, which is long gone. It's all a corporate factory farm. But we still have these boards of Canada because you can't get rid of them. And that's milk marketing. There's also a chicken marketing board, does the same thing, keeps the price of chicken too high. Various other kinds of agricultural products looked after by marketing boards. Anyway, then I was going to say, once the milk farmers can come to see that they can make money using milk marketing boards, then the chicken marketers, chicken farmers, turkey farmers, they all want a piece of the action. Other boards of Canada, the Canadian Film Board. It's not a film marketing board, so they don't have anything to do with, or do they? Well, these Canadian films used to be by legislation. If you were in Canada years ago, decades ago, there was a certain amount of Canadian content that had to go on Canadian television. If you had a Canadian television station, you had to have so much Canadian produced movies and public affairs and news. You had to have this by government decree. The Film Board of Canada was designed to get money into the hands of Canadian filmmakers. I never hear much these days about the Canadian Film Board. There was the National Film Board of Canada, which was supposed to make Canadian movies, and I don't really hear much about them. Way back in like the 1970s, when Canada was very prudish, the provinces of Canada had like Ontario would have the Ontario Censor Board. They didn't hide it. It was basically the censor board had to view every film that was planned to be shown in Canadian theaters, and they had to go and check it out. And if the censor board thought that the film was obscene, for example, then they wouldn't allow it to be shown. The film censorship board had the final say. The only thing is, obscenity is a criminal code offense in Canada. And what should happen is you should go ahead and show this film. And then if someone complains and then the police take it up, then they would charge you with obscenity. And then it would go to a judge or a jury who would determine whether or not the film was obscene. But this bypassed the whole court system of the criminal code. And a board of Canada, a board of the province of Ontario, was appointed to review films. So, what really was going on at the Ontario Film Censorship Board? Well, you just know this was a government job, so the people that are doing this, viewing films for a living, were being paid very well to sit and watch movies. Would you like this job? This is the job description. You come in at 9 o'clock and you're going to watch a movie from 9 till 10:30. You're going to have a half an hour pee break. And then you're going to watch a short film, a couple of short films between 11 and noon. You're going to go for an hour and a half lunch, come back and watch another film in the afternoon, and go home, and then come back and do it tomorrow. And, would you like to be paid handsomely to watch movies? And what if the kicker was, in addition to, regular old movies that, we're all allowed to see, you're going to get to see obscene movies. These are going to be, back in those days in Canada, you could not get real pornography. You couldn't get the same pornography that was available in every newsstand, in every Circle K or 7-Eleven in the United States. You couldn't get them in Canada because of the censorship. But if you were on the censor board, you could watch the dirtiest, filthiest porn on the planet, get paid for it, and do it again. Just some examples of Canadians and their boards.